Melissa from Kiwibanana, and today I'm going to talk about flatting horror stories. Now, the reason I'm going to talk about this is because I've lived with over 40 people, like 40 strangers, at least 40 strangers in the last 6 years. I've been living in the same property, just the way the setup is, that's just how it works. So, why shouldn't I do a video about this? I've got so many stories and I'd love to share them with you all. Disclaimer though, don't let this put you off, backpacking or flatting with people. It's just, this is just a little bit of entertainment really. Right, so where should I start? So one time, and I should disclaim, there won't be any names used in this so that people will remain anonymous. I'm not here to name and shame individuals on what they've done or whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, so there was one time I had some alcoholics who lived here, and very often they would get into quite loud, quite aggressive fights, and sometimes they would lock each other out of the bedroom. The bedrooms have locks on them. And so they'd be banging on the door and they'd be swearing at each other, and then like a minute later it would be like really calm and like, oh, I love you, please let me in. And then they'd go back to shouting at each other, and this would be all happening at like 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not necessarily like the best time to be fighting. And sometimes they would smash windows, and sometimes they would smash each other, which was not very nice either. There was one time actually a flatmate got in a fight with one of them, and someone's head went through a wall, which was quite extreme. Yeah. I think we know the moral of that story. Yes, I've lived with a lot of gamblers. Because of the way this is set up, I don't have to worry about other people paying rent. So yeah, there was one who racked up quite a huge bill, didn't pay his rent for a number of weeks, and then they gave him notice, and then he had a couple of days to move out, and then that night he went to the casino and won a whole lot of money to then pay all that rent, and then racked up a whole lot of rent owing again, and eventually they were moved out. Yeah, I've definitely had my fair few of sexist and ageist people as well, which can be really hard if you want to get things done in the house and they may be like, no, I don't clean because I'm this gender and you're that gender, and that doesn't fit my gender role. Or, no, I'm not going to take any instructions from you because I'm this age and you're that age, which, can make things a little bit difficult sometimes. Oh yes, I've definitely had a few crack addicts. That makes things quite entertaining. There's one time they're sitting there on the couch in the lounge and smoking it in front of everybody else, and trying to encourage us all to smoke it as well. That's the thing with these people, you can't reason with them when they're high off their face on that sort of stuff. You kind of just have to back away and just hope they're not going to lose the plot and start smashing anything or want to crack your head open or something really extreme like that. Definitely had a fair few of people that like to have 4 a.m. parties, or parties that carry on past 4 a.m. It's not always the funnest when you got work the next day, or you've got an exam the next day. There was an incident actually where there was an indecent assault made on a flatmate by another flatmate. That was actually really, really sad. I hope that never happens again. Oh my god, I hope it never ever happens again. the ones that never buy toilet paper or never get light bulbs, so I'm constantly having to buy them myself. You get the odd one that will pay. You get the odd one. There was one recently actually. They were innocent. I don't think they just quite registered what was going on. I do live with omnivores, and they were cutting the chickens on my vegetable board. Let's just say it was very awkward, but they apologised. I've apologised. I don't really think I needed to apologise, but that's just the way I am. I just do. So yeah, I will be having to chop all my stuff on a plate until my chopping board that I just purchased arrives. Anyway, oh yes, there were actually a number of times when there are different people living in the house where food's gone missing. That's not always fun. Got to a point once actually where I ended up putting all my food in my bedroom, except with the exception of things that need to be kept in the fridge, just because it gets so sick of purchasing food and then when you go to eat it, it's not there. You always get the odd creepy one sometimes. Oh no, I've only had one creepy one. It was quite uncomfortable having them in the house. We had one actually that liked hunting, and this is not a creepy one, this is someone else. And they would sometimes hang the dead corpses in the carpool. I will show you the carpool just here. Just there, so it's hanging in there. Thank God that's not happening anymore. Oh yes, definitely. We've had some police come here before a number of times for people getting in fights with each other. We had an instance where a young girl had gone missing that was friends with one of the flatmates, and so the police turned up wanting to look for her, and they happened to be getting high at the same time, so they had their weed taken away from them. We had another incident where the police was called because I actually tried to call the police, but they took way too long, and thank God another flatmate woke up and kicked them out, where a friend of a flatmate had turned up, let themselves inside the house when that flatmate wasn't there, and didn't want them there at all. About midnight, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and they just walked into my bedroom, and not like right in, and they were standing there with not many clothes on as well, which is rather creepy and disgusting, and then wouldn't leave, which is a real pain. I wasn't going to use violence, it's not something I'm into, so I just consistently tried to tell them to leave until another flatmate turned up. And in the mix of that, I had called the police and asked them to come down and remove this person from the house. They took a wee while. Thank God the other flatmate was there. And there's another time where some friends of a flatmate got drunk in our backyard, and we called the police to see if they would kick them out, but they wouldn't because they had been invited round by the flatmate, even though the flatmate wasn't here. Little things in our law like that can be a bit frustrating. So we just locked the house and just didn't let them in. Yes. Yeah, I've had a fair few of people that pretend they don't speak any English or they don't understand any English, so that when I or other flatmates tell them to make sure they do things, they can use it as an excuse to not do them. Which is quite frustrating sometimes. Oh yes, I've definitely had a fair few of my stuff broken. I remember once I brought like a landline phone. I don't know if any of you guys actually even have one of those anymore. We all seem to use cell phones. But I have a landline phone, and I bought one and someone smashed it. That that was pretty disappointing. And yeah, you get the odd people that'll smoke inside the house, which is quite frustrating for someone who's not who's a non-smoker. Sometimes people use up all the power, which is quite frustrating. And then they don't really want to pay for it, which is even more frustrating. Oh yes, there's the odd few that probably like to do stuff in the shower and don't clean up after themselves, which is pretty gross. I remember one time someone went to the bathroom and actually no, this has happened on a number of occasions. Someone had gone to the bathroom and their bowel movement was so large and it just wouldn't flush. So it would stay in the toilet all day long. They needed more fibre. Still don't know who it was to this day, but they needed more fibre, that's for sure. Oh yes, and sometimes, because I've lived with so many different nationalities, maybe about 15 or more now actually, they have different food normalities, and sometimes their food smells very strange to a Western person's nose. I remember a flatmate who used to quite often cook up food and it would smell like a dead dog, and sometimes it would just be really bad fish smells. I remember there was one guy who used to like cooking crabs. I don't know if you've ever smelled what a dead crab boiling in a pot smells like, but oh my god, it's disgusting. Ugh. Just thinking about it makes me sick. I remember one time some flatmates, they thought it'd be a great idea to have a fire in their backyard. So you could sit around the couch and light a fire every night and talk around the fire. But they didn't really think about what they were going to put the fire in, so they just put a couple of bricks on the lawn and just basically lit the lawn on fire. So yeah, the landlord was not happy about that, and I'm sure neither was the property management, because they were very quick to ask who was responsible for that sort of stuff. Oh, and then we burnt some of the tree there. That was not good. We could have burnt the house down, which would have not been a very good story. Actually, it would have made quite an interesting story. I remember once I found something that I thought was someone's porn collection, but it was just a collage of naked woman on a piece of it's A3 bit of paper, hiding behind the couch. It was a little bit, we were all trying to suss it out until we finally found out whose it was. Apparently it was a piece of art that they were doing, they were going to sell it. And there's always sometimes the flatmates that'll come in and they're single and then they start dating other flatmates. That can be quite strange to watch sometimes. But yeah, I feel like I have gone on and on and on this video for way too long. Maybe I'll chop it up a little bit. So yeah, let me know of any of your flatting horror stories. Leave it in the comment section down below. And I do plan on living with some fellow herbivores in the future. So hopefully there won't be too many omnivorous horror stories to come. And I hope you've done something that makes you happy today. See ya.